Have you ever been talking, really trying to get your point across, and it feels like you're just talking to a wall?
Oh, yeah.
Like you're sharing an idea, maybe in a meeting or just trying to connect with someone, and it's like crickets.
It's the word.
Interruptions, blank stares. The conversation just kind of dies.
I know exactly what you mean. It's so frustrating.
And you start to wonder, like, is it me? Is what I'm saying just not that interesting?
Right. Like, am I just not smart enough or something?
But here's the thing, and this is what's so fascinating about the stuff we've been digging into. It's often not about the quality of your ideas at all.
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head.
There are these really common habits, almost like sneaky little traps, that can make even the most brilliant ideas fall completely flat.
Totally. And the crazy part is most people don't even realize they're doing these things.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we're not focusing on what you're saying, but on the how you deliver your message.
Because that's where the magic happens, right?
Absolutely. And we've got some seriously compelling research here, real science, that pinpoints these key mistakes and, even better, offers some really practical solutions.
It's all about understanding how to command attention, how to make your voice matter.
So we're on a mission to extract those actionable techniques, those little shifts that can make a huge difference in any situation.
And what I love about this material is that it's not just some guru's opinion. This stuff comes from studies at Harvard, from neuroscience, from real research on how our voices and our presence impact others.
Okay, so let's get into it. The first of these critical mistakes that our sources highlight is what they call the hesitation hangup.
So the hesitation hang-up.
It's basically that tendency a lot of us have to pause, maybe say, or just have this kind of breathy silence before we actually start talking.
Right, like you're gathering your thoughts.
Which, I mean, feels natural, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm getting ready to speak.
Totally. But it turns out that tiny pause, it can have a pretty big impact on how people perceive you.
Really? How big are we talking? Like, I can't imagine a little pause being that bad.
Oh, it can be. Research out of Harvard, get this, they found that speakers who have a noticeable pause before they start talking can lose up to 60% of their audience's attention instantly.
60%? You're
Yeah.
serious?
Yep. More than half the people might already be checking out before you've even gotten to your first real point.
Wow. That's crazy. Just from a little pause.
It's because our brains are wired for efficiency. They're constantly scanning for signals of value and anything that hints at uncertainty.
Come on.
Exactly. It's like, next.
So even that split-second moment we take to collect ourselves is actually working against us.
Big time. It creates this initial impression, even if it's subconscious, of uncertainty or lack of confidence.
People are making these super fast judgments about whether you're worth listening to, and that hesitation
It can be a red flag.
makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, that's mistake number one. On to mistake number two. The volume vortex, according to our sources.
Oh, this is a good one.
That sounds ominous, like things are swirling down the drain.
Pretty much. It's all about speaking too softly, mumbling, or just not projecting your voice enough.
Right, so basically not being loud enough.
Yeah. But it goes deeper than that. It's not just about whether people can physically hear the words.
Okay, so there's more to it.
A lot more. There was this really cool study published in the Journal of Voice that looked into this, and their findings were mind-blowing.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
They found that people who speak just 10% louder, just a tiny bit louder than their usual volume, are perceived as being 42% more confident.
No way. Just from speaking a bit louder.
And here's the kicker. This held true even if they didn't actually feel more confident. It's all about perception.
So it's not just about the sound waves reaching people's ears. It's about this aura of authority that comes with a stronger voice.
Absolutely. It taps into some deep-seated instincts. A clear projected voice signals strength, assurance.
Yeah.
It makes people want to listen.
Fascinating. All right, so we've got the hesitation at the start and the volume once we get going.
What could possibly be next?
What's the third mistake that can make us feel invisible? Our sources call it, and this is a good one, the invisible body language.
Ah, yes. That feeling of like not really being there.
Exactly, like you're physically present, but not fully inhabiting your space.
And this one encompasses a bunch of things. Poor posture, avoiding eye contact, basically not using your body to connect with your audience.
Got it. So slouching, looking down at your notes instead of at people, that sort of thing.
Exactly. And while what you say obviously matters, neuroscience research has shown that people make a decision about whether to tune in within the first 7 seconds of an interaction.
7 seconds. That's like nothing.
I know, right? And that initial super fast judgment is based almost entirely on nonverbal cues, your posture, your eye contact.
So before we even get a chance to make our point.
People have already sized you up.
Wow. That's kind of scary, actually.
It is. That's the crazy power of nonverbal communication. It speaks volumes before you even open your mouth.
So if your body language is screaming, I'm not confident or I don't care.
It doesn't matter how brilliant your words are, people have already tuned out.
Okay, so these three mistakes, the hesitation, the low volume, the invisible body language, they all kind of paint a picture of someone who's not projecting confidence, even if they have amazing ideas.
Right. But the good news is, our sources don't just leave us hanging with these problems. They offer some really concrete solutions.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is all a bit depressing so far. Tell me there's hope.
There is. And the first solution they offer is what they call the 3-second attention hack, or even better, the triple power start. It's designed to help you nail those crucial first moments of speaking.
Okay, a 3-second hack to grab attention. I'm listening. Break it down for me. What are the steps?
Okay, step 1 is the silence.
The silence.
Yep. They recommend pausing for 2 full seconds before you start talking.
Wait, but didn't we just learn that pausing can make people lose attention? So, I'm confused.
It's different. It's all about the intention. This isn't a hesitant, I'm not sure what to say, pause. This is a deliberate, powerful silence.
Ah.
It creates this sense of anticipation, like, hold on, something important is about to happen.
I can see that, like all eyes on you kind of thing.
Exactly. It signals confidence that you have something valuable to share.
Got it. Silence to create intrigue. What's step 2 of this power start?
Step 2 is the anchor.
The anchor.
Intriguing.
It's about physically grounding yourself. Plant your feet firmly, and if you can, lightly grip a table or a podium.
Grip a table, like am I trying to intimidate people?
No. It's not about dominance. It's about triggering this subconscious sense of stability and control.
Oh, interesting.
When you're physically anchored, you just naturally appear more confident.
It's like a little physical cheat code.
Pretty much.
All right.
All right, so we've got the silent pause and the physical anchor. Ready for step 3?
Hit me with it.
Step 3 is the hook. And the magic phrase is, here's what most people miss. Here's what most people miss. Okay, I like it. It's bold.
It's a curiosity bomb. It immediately makes people think, wait, what am I missing?
It plays on that fear of missing out.
Exactly. Nobody wants to be left out of the loop, right? So they lean in. They want to hear what you have to say.
So it's a triple whammy. Silence to draw them in, physical presence to show you're in control, and a hook that promises valuable information.
Boom. That's how you start strong.
Okay, I love it. Our sources even suggest trying this in our next conversation, so listeners, you know what to do, put it to the test, see what happens.
I'm going to. Now let's talk about sounding more authoritative. Our material calls this the celebrity voice trick.
Okay, celebrity voice trick. I'm picturing myself doing my best Morgan Freeman impression.
No, it's not about that. It's about looking at how people who consistently command attention with their voices, like Morgan Freeman, Oprah Winfrey, how they do it. What are the patterns?
Okay, so like a vocal blueprint for sounding authoritative.
Exactly. And there are 2 key elements they highlight. The first is the downward finish.
Downward finish. Tell me more.
It's all about the intonation at the end of your sentences. Think about the difference between asking a question and making a statement.
Okay.
Questions usually have this upward inflection at the end. It
Yeah.
makes you sound a bit unsure, like you're seeking approval.
Right, like, this is a good idea.
Exactly. But when you make a statement, your voice naturally drops at the end. It sounds more final, more confident, like, this is a good idea.
That subtle shift in tone makes such a difference.
Right. It's amazing how much it changes how people perceive what you're saying.
Okay, that's the downward finish. What's the other piece of the celebrity voice trick?
The second part is the strategic pause.
Strategic pause. So
Yeah.
like pausing strategically?
Yeah. It's about speaking in these short bursts of about 5 to 7 words, followed by a brief, intentional pause.
So not just rambling on and on.
Right. It creates a sense of deliberation and control. It gives people time to digest what you're saying, and it makes you sound more thoughtful, less like you're just winging it.
Okay, so it adds weight to your words. That's good.
The sources even recommend recording yourself speaking and listening back. Do you end your sentences on an upswing? Like you're asking permission.
Oof. I might have tried that. I'm a little scared of what I'll hear, though.
It can be eye-opening.
Yeah,
But hey, awareness is the first step to improvement, right?
true. All right, so we've tackled starting strong and sounding more authoritative with our voices.
Now, on to the ever-important eye contact.
Our material calls it How to Lock in Eye Contact, but emphasizes that it's not about giving anyone the creepy stare down.
Definitely not. Effective eye contact is about connection, engagement. It shows you're present, that you care about what the other person is thinking.
Okay, that makes sense. But for someone like me who's a bit on the shy side, any tips for making eye contact feel less awkward?
Absolutely. The sources offer two really cool techniques. The first is called the triangle method.
Triangle method, go on.
It's simple. You just subtly shift your gaze between the listener's left eye, their right eye, and then down to their mouth area.
Their mouth. That
Yeah.
sounds a little weird, to be honest.
It might feel strange to you, but it
Yeah.
doesn't for the person you're talking to. It just feels like natural, engaging eye contact.
Okay, so a little triangle of eye movement. I can try that.
The second technique is called the group hack, which is perfect for meetings or any group setting.
Okay, I'm all ears. Meetings can be rough.
The idea is to focus on one person for a whole sentence, then shift your gaze to someone else for the next sentence, and so on.
So you're kind of spreading the eye contact love around the room.
Yeah. And it creates this cool effect where even people you're not looking directly at feel like they're part of the conversation.
Like they're eavesdropping on something juicy.
Exactly. And that keeps everyone more engaged.
Clever. So it's all about being intentional with those little shifts in focus.
Yep. And the sources have this fun little exercise for improving eye contact. In your next conversation, try to notice the other person's eye color.
Oh, that's good. Because you have to actually look to do that.
Exactly. It takes the pressure off of making eye contact and makes it more about just observing.
Okay, so to sum all this up for you listening, if you want to command attention, get your message heard, start by being aware of those little hesitations and ditch them.
And then pump up the volume just a smidge to project that confidence.
And don't forget about your body language. Use it,
Yeah.
especially that eye contact. It's powerful stuff.
Then once you've got that foundation, boom, hit them with the triple power start to grab attention right out the gate.
And channel your inner Morgan Freeman or Oprah with that downward finish and those strategic pauses.
Makes you sound like you know what you're talking about.
And don't forget about those strategic eye contact techniques, whether it's the triangle method or the group hack. It's all about making that connection.
It's a game changer for sure.
So thinking about your own experiences, what's your biggest struggle when it comes to commanding attention?
Is it that initial moment of starting strong or making sure your voice is actually heard? Or maybe it's the eye contact thing?
And more importantly, which of these specific techniques, the deliberate silence, the power pose, the here's what most people miss hook, the vocal techniques, the eye contact strategies, which of these feels like something you could actually try in your very next conversation?
It doesn't have to be everything at once. Start with one and see what happens.
And because at the end of the day, it's not just about making noise. It's about making your message resonate, about making a real connection.
And these techniques, they might seem small, but trust me, they can make a world of difference.
Absolutely. And it makes you think, what could happen if we all mastered these skills? How much more effectively could we communicate, connect, get our ideas across, not just in our professional lives, but in our personal lives too? It's definitely something worth pondering.
I think so too.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.
See you then.